Welcome to the Royal Gems Matrix Healing System. This week we're going to be talking about blue sapphire. So I'd like you to just sit with your feet on the floor. Make sure they're uncrossed at the ankles, that you're not crossing yourself by your wrists. And just take a deep breath in. And hold for the count of 7. And then breathe out through the mouth, slowly releasing. Let's do 2 more of those. Breathe in through your nose. Hold for a count of 7. And then breathe out through the mouth, releasing and relaxing. 1 more time, breathe in, hold, and release through the mouth. Good, and let's receive some blue sapphire. Blue sapphire, the gem of destiny. Just like you to sit and really look at the beauty of that blue sapphire. It's gorgeous. And it's there, and it's sitting there. And I want you to go look into a space that is attracting you right now. And just allow your mind to go. And allow yourself to find that space and just float through it. Every time you come to this space and listen to this recording again, you may choose to go to a different space. And that space will take you to what you need to know. What you may need and be ready to bring to consciousness issue. To bring to consciousness. Now when we say the gem of destiny, what does that mean? Blue sapphire is going to take you on a journey within yourself to find what was your commitment to yourself, to your higher self. This is at a much higher level. Why are you here? What is your purpose? What did you say that you would do? What is the loyalty that you have to yourself? Because blue sapphire is about loyalty and commitment. Fidelity to the purpose, to the plan. So are you loyal to yourself? And so it might show you the areas that you have committed to on another level. It will remind you of the commitments you may have made to yourself first. And are you being loyal to them? And it's not so much as a judgment or oh, look, you're not doing this and you said you were. It doesn't have any admonition to it. What it does have to it is just like, hey, one of the most important things that you can do is, if you have a commitment to yourself, is to live with that commitment. Because if you cannot be loyal to yourself and have fidelity to your own commitments, how can you have loyalty to another? And so it's not being selfish when we are looking to support ourselves in a way that we need to be supported, to complete our task, to do our job. It is the way. It is that loyalty, fidelity to our own commitment. It's really interesting. There is a theory that when the higher self understands that you made a commitment to yourself and you don't follow through on it, it starts to wonder. It starts to, I don't want to use the word doubt, but I don't have a better word, but it does start to doubt in a way what's going on in your lower chakras. That's 1, 2, and 3. That is your very human self, your most physical self there. Because if you don't have a commitment to yourself, it really wonders what the link is, if you're not getting that, or if it can trust that you are going to do as you said you were going to do. So even a small thing like, I'm going to drink 3 glasses of water today, and not following through. Is there something that you committed to do for yourself for a really good reason, and you're not even following through on your own commitment to yourself? So the gem of destiny, we say, oh, destiny, I thought it's such a much bigger thing. Everything starts with small steps. Now, blue sapphire will take you to that place of remembrance of why you're here. What are your best traits? What do you love to do? But unlike some of the other colors where we have that passion, now we have ruby and we have red beryl that give us a passion about looking at what's passion to make us go. Blue sapphire is about the commitment, the why you decided to do this. So when we get excited about doing, it's about being loyal to ourselves, not because it's an obligation. We are loyal and we have fidelity because we believe in it so strongly that nothing could shake us from that strength of knowing that this is what is. It is a pure blue ray. So I want you to just really, in your mind, imagine that color right now. And whatever color you are imagining is correct for you. And it's a blue ray. It's about communication, the way we communicate with others. And you'll hear me over and over again say it always starts with you first. The way you communicate to yourself within yourself. Blue sapphire will evoke wisdom in a negative situation. So instead of going into that emotional state, like, something negative is happening, oh my God, what's happening? Oh, how are we going to do this? You don't. You have wisdom. You look at it and you go, oh, okay, this isn't the greatest thing happening right now. What is really going on? What is the next best step? How can I remove myself? Is that the best thing to do? Do I need to back up? What do we do to handle this situation in the proper way? That is wisdom. And knowledge and love together is wisdom. And so for people that have a real high anxiety, I have found blue sapphire works so well with pearl and with diamond. You will hear this over and over and over ad nauseum from me. Because it's such a great color combination. If you never go any further with royal gems and never do anything else, if you can remember the combination blue sapphire, pearl, and diamond, you will be able to do so many wonderful things for yourself and others around you. Pearl works on that nervous system. Pearl helps to relieve anxiety. And here we have this blue sapphire, which evokes this wisdom in negative situations. Most people with anxiety, they start freaking out when they think that something is negative. It doesn't necessarily even have to be negative. It could be the illusion of negativity. It registers the same in the brain. So blue sapphire gives you that wisdom that allows you to step back and observe and see the situation for what it really is, not the illusion or the triggers that might be evoking from the situation. Blue sapphire, loyalty and fidelity. I have often said that if you are going to give an engagement or a wedding ring, I understand diamond, but why not blue sapphire? Blue sapphire is about loyalty and fidelity. Now, it's not the same as the romantic love. Blue sapphire isn't like the romance that people think. It is, the happy ever after. Blue sapphire is that commitment of love, not an obligation. It's when you love someone so much that there are no words for it. It is beyond love. It is fidelity. And it is fidelity not because someone says you should have fidelity, or it's a belief system, or it's in some belief. No, the reason that you have fidelity is because you have that strong belief and love beyond love, that you would never do anything to hurt that relationship, to hurt that trust. That loyalty. When people have true loyalty, I love dogs, right? Dogs are like super loyal. They're awesome, right? Cats, not so. So if you are like the loyal dog, they're loyal to you. They'll take your illness on for you. They will die for you. And that's loyalty to a cause, loyalty to another human, loyalty to yourself. Being true blue, right? The true blue heart. Blue sapphire is symbolic of truth, sincerity, and faithfulness. And it's not, sometimes we think, oh, I am faithful. Well, we have some arrogance and ego involved in that one. Versus you're faithful, again, because your heart is faithful. It's a different feeling. And I keep going over it over and over again because I'm radiating out that feeling is different than coming from your head of a belief system that that's what you should do. It comes from even deeper than the heart. It comes from your soul, a loyalty. How many people have loyalty to the cause? These are people that, they go down with the ship, right? The captain that goes down with the ship. And some of you say that's kind of crazy. Why would you go down with the ship? I mean, get in a rowboat and get out of there, right? It's a true loyalty, a loyalty to trust. Someone's trusted you and you're loyal to that, to the principle itself. So if you notice, this is truth with a capital T. We have our own truths, and I call them the small t's. They're truths, and they're your truths. And then there is the truth, which is a capital T. Being sincere. Being sincere to me, having no hidden agendas. None whatsoever. No filters. When you see it, it is sincere. It's like a child's sincerity. And faithfulness to the cause. Blue sapphire is kind of fun. So if you're learning, you have a learning disability, or you think you do, or like things get really complex and you go, I don't know. Mine is when I'm working on the computer and getting all this technical support stuff. And it's like, okay, I got you to step 3, but step 4 left, please, I'm ready to throw the computer against the wall and everything else. Let's call in some blue sapphire. Blue sapphire increases your learning ability. It really works on your mind a lot. This blue really gets into the brain. It's a really big brain healer, which I really don't talk about normally to, very high levels of the royal gems, of how it really gets in there and really does some brain work. Okay, brain work is so important to me right now, and it's where everything is happening. And this blue sapphire really goes in there. Really goes in there deep and helps you get a mental discipline. Helps to shut off some of that crazy stuff you got twirling around in there over and over again, and gives you the mental discipline to just put in there what you need to put in at the time. It increases your focus in a different way that yellow does. We're going to be looking at yellow sapphire. So later on, when we look at yellow sapphire compared to the blue sapphire, they're both sapphires. So they're going to have that same kind of feel to it in a way because they're sapphires. So they have a common way that they work. But those color variations, the blue and the yellow, are going to make a very distinctive vibrational frequency change. So the yellow is going to put you in focus, like looking at the direction to go forward, to know what your direction is. the focus that we have is here with mental discipline is once you have your eye on that goal, once you know where you're going, how do you stay there? How do you keep that going? That's Blue Sapphire. Mental discipline. This sapphire in blue lets us know the innocent truth of something, either of a situation or a relationship. You know how kids, they're just truthful. Kids go, they walk in, they go, I want this now, or you look like this. Like, you don't have to ask them if, does this dress make me look fat? They'll go, you look fat in that dress. Right? They don't ask for the you don't have to ask them for the comment. You don't have to do anything. They'll just look at you. I always laugh at my little grandson. He'll look at someone and go, I don't like you. So you can see that most parents would be dismayed or whatever. I'm his grandparent, so I'm there like, he doesn't like you. I mean, he's being honest. So there's something about you this kid doesn't like. And so, you don't have to take it personally. If he's reading your energy or there's something going on today, I mean, let's look at that. I mean, don't get offended. That is an innocent truth. So when a small child is like maybe 2 years old looks at you, go, I don't like you, and I don't want you to touch me. Thank you. Cats do that all the time. You ever see a cat? A cat, if you're having a bad day, they'll look at you like, whoa, don't put that hand on me, man. Okay, don't touch me with that energy. And that doesn't mean that they don't love you and don't like you or whatever. That's just today to not share that energy with me. So when I see, small children that are pretty aware and they don't want your energy. They see something in your energy field that they say, hey, look, you're looking to transfer that, and I really don't want that. But thank you very much, but I'm seeing your aura. Don't know what it is, but I don't like the way I'm feeling when I'm looking at that. That's all you're saying. So, I mean, it's a really good feedback. So I give you that analogy, that story, is that's an innocent truth. And knowing the innocent truth about something and just seeing it as such, not taking it personally, but saying that it is something about you that you are putting off. So maybe I can look at that, but not getting involved in all, the sideline of that. Like, what was it me? What's wrong with me? Don't go there. Just go like, wow, I wonder what I'm putting off that is radiating from me. Let me sit and look at that. Am I really clear? Am I really doing this? And the same thing with a situation. You walk into a place and you get that feeling like, I really don't want to be here. And you're looking around, and maybe on the surface, everything is looking great. Right? Like, okay, that's nice. There's nothing that's out of place. People are acting correctly. But there's something inside of you that goes, I really don't want to be here, and I want to leave now. I always suggest that you do. But that might be an innocent truth that you're getting for a situation. You may not be conscious of why exactly you don't want to be there, but you know that you don't want to be there. And I've gone to towns, like I really like the town, it's really nice, but you say, oh good, would you live here? Absolutely not. I could tell you that in my absolute innocent truth, I would say there's no way I'd live here. Nothing against the people there, nothing against the way it is. There's nothing that's, an obstruction. But for me and my energy, it is not somewhere that I want to stay in for a very long period of time, if at all. So listen to those, because that's an innocent truth coming through Blue Sapphire. And the relationship could be with yourself too. Sometimes I always suggest that we start with ourselves first. So you take Blue Sapphire, let it run through your body, and sit with it. And if there's a place that's uncomfortable, like, I don't know, I put it in and like I got this really uncomfortable feeling, like in my left, it was like, I don't know, it's not my stomach. I don't know if that was my kidney or my pancreas. I don't know. It felt really weird. We'll go there. Go, okay, what is that weird feeling? Where's that coming from? And just let it go. And be an observer. Step back, be an observer. Don't get in your head. Be an observer. And then observe where Blue Sapphire goes and what it tells you. Because it will give you the innocent truth of something that you even didn't face before, something you didn't really want to look at, but it's something in relationship to yourself that you're not really looking at yourself truthfully, and you're not accepting something like as it really is. You've got other stuff around it that isn't maybe true, maybe it's an illusion. And if you looked at it through real eyes and reality, maybe it's nothing that you even thought it was. If you want some mental and psychic activation, Blue Sapphire will go there and start to activate your awareness. So when I say psychic activation, okay, that means you become more aware of your surroundings. You become more aware that there's maybe more going on that meets the eye. And that's why you can read people so much better. You can, feel things from others, okay? And that's that awareness that something's going on here that's not exactly on the surface, but it's underneath. And so you get to deeper levels of your own consciousness, fuller meaning of yourself, and in the long run, fuller meaning of others. Now, for natural things, so what can we use around the house? I have found that Blue Sapphire, and others have used it, when people have fevers. It helps to calm that inner heat coming out, so it really works with the fire element. Again, I always say this, I'm not a doctor, I'm not prescribing it, so if you have a fever, not to go to the doctor because you're putting Blue Sapphire in. However, next time you have a fever, or your child does, emanate. And what does emanate mean? You just think about Blue Sapphire going into the field, Blue Sapphire going interior, and cooling it like an ice cube going interior. A lot of times, if you have a very high fever, what do they say to do? You could sit in an ice bath if you're really at a point of a disastrous fever. Or you can imagine Blue Sapphire very, very gently, like those ice cubes, going inside and just cooling down your jets. Now, I have lots of caveats about that, because so many people, what is the fever, how high? A fever is indicative that something is really not right in the system. It is a reaction to something that is telling you, we have a problem, right? Houston, we've got a problem. So to want to get rid of everything, even with pain, to be like, okay, pain, got rid of it. Did you look at why the pain is there? Do you looking at what's causing the pain? Because pain is there because it's telling you that something here isn't right. It's not in harmony. We have a problem. Can you please search out the answer to what is causing the problem? Where is the source of the problem? And how can we take care of the source of the problem? And fever is the same way. Fever tells us there's something going on in our internal system that is not in harmony. So then we go into headaches. Now, these type of headaches are the ones that come, people get migraines because they worry all the time, because their brains are always thinking, what am I going to do next? Or they're anxious. Anxiety headaches are different than having like a brain tumor that's causing it, right? So these migraines that are caused from overthinking, over worrying, anxiety, constant headache. And that is pressure that is put on the back of the eye area, in the part of the brain. Inner ear imbalances that cause vertigo. Out of balance, out of harmony. So they really are good at helping with that. So Blue Sapphire, the Gem of Destiny, Pure Blue Ray. When I first saw it, was the first actually thing that came to me was Blue Sapphire. And it wrapped itself around my clients, and I would see it come in, and I wasn't really sure what that was. It was a beautiful blue color, kept coming in all the time. And I noticed the different things that it would be working on for people. But basically, it would go into that center and allow people to actually calm down. It's very calming. because it allows you to be loyal to yourself, to have a fidelity, to have that, and to I've used it with people with communication also. To communicate out of blue sapphire is a very, when I say about relationship and not the romantic type of romance. Romance is a beautiful thing, and romance coupled with that loyalty and commitment to another because you're feeling something that you really have never felt before. And that doesn't mean that you don't have disagreements. It doesn't mean that you want to do everything with that person 100% of the day. It means you know that they are loyal to you and you are loyal to them, that no matter what happens, whatever hits the fan, you will be there. And it's not words. You know you will be there. It's loyalty. It's beyond that. I mean, I know I feel that with my family. Like, I know that if they need anything, and I know they know that from me too, if they need me, I will do everything to get there, to be with them, to support them. Not because they're not capable. It's because if they need that support, and there's something that I can support them with and help them through, I will do anything to get there. Where is your loyalty? Do you have loyalty, fidelity, commitment to yourself or to someone else in your life? Or to something else in you? Sometimes you're loyal to a cause. I have seen people that really, I see amazing blue sapphire link to their pets. I mean, that's why I mentioned the dogs, cats, gerbils, parrots. I mean, people that really treat their pets sometimes better than humans, right? Right? So, what is that link? Blue sapphire. Sit with it, see where it takes you, and practical things. Really great for mental discipline. Really great if you're having a hard time sticking to your commitment. So give it a try and let me know how that works for you.